new hire boat has been launched on the Norfolk Broads, the first of its kind. Fair Princess can be powered by either diesel or electric. She's just been added to a fleet of boats at Wroxham. Unlike existing electric vessels, she can recharge herself without relying on electricity points. Her owners say she's kinder to the environment.
The advantage of this one over others is that you have the ability to cruise around all day in almost silence, as we are now. This is the first in our fleet and the first on the Norfolk Broads. We hope this is what customers want, will look for, and we hope will be the first of many.
Airline Ryanair has announced the closure of its Stansted to Belfast route. The service is one of 5 the company's closing at the end of October. Belfast says it's hoping another airline will step in to take on the service.
Well, it is the last day of August, can you believe it?
I can't believe it.
And it's the first significant date, of course, of the new football season, the closure of the summer transfer window.
Well, there have been last-minute deals done today ahead of the 6 o'clock deadline, but as yet none in this part of the world.
And our sports correspondent Donovan Blake has been bracing himself for a flurry of transfers involving our league clubs. It wasn't quite what you were expecting, was it, Donny?
No, around 40 nationwide, none over here as well. And I suppose you could say it's a sign of the times. Most of the permanent deals done very early. Some clubs busier than others. Norwich, for instance, 7 signings this summer. Today they were linked with a loan move, possible loan move for Manchester City's Dedrick Boyata to take him on loan, to add to Leon Barnett, who's already on loan from West Bromwich Albion. Norwich, though, say they're not expecting any comings or goings before the deadline, which has passed, actually, at 6 o'clock.
And what about Ipswich?
The likelihood of any activity, very little. They say no permanent deals following Jason Scotland's arrival from Wigan last week. But Roy Keane is keen to add 1 or 2 loan signings to his squad. The likelihood is that will take place when the transfer window opens for short-term deals, and you'll find that there'll be the clubs from Leagues 1 and 2 and possibly the Blue Square Bet League will be more active when that opens.
So, Donny, the details in the next few days. Keep watching Anglia Tonight for all the details.
Certainly after next week when that deadline opens.
Absolutely. Thank you
Thanks,
very much,
Donny.
Donny. Now, a teenager from Cambridgeshire has had her car trashed, wait for it, just 1 hour after passing her driving test.
But it wasn't down to Charlotte Carrington's driving. In fact, the real culprits were a careless gardener and a lamppost.
That old chestnut.
And it's unfortunately left her out of pocket, as Kate Prout reports.
When she passed her driving test, 19-year-old Charlotte Carrington thought it was 3rd time lucky. Not so, as it turns out. Within an hour, her beloved Renault Clio was reduced to this.
I was in my bedroom and I saw the lawnmower guy come round, and then I heard a bang, looked out the window and the lamppost was lying on the floor, and he was driving up the road. I was so angry with it and I just didn't know what to do. It just, you don't hear about stuff like that happen, and you never expect it would happen to you because lampposts don't fall over. So, yeah, it was quite shocking, really.
A local contractor mowing the grass apparently hit the concrete post, leaving bare wires exposed, as well as Charlotte's back seat.
Charlotte's worked hard, she saved up for her car, she put her money away, she's bought her car, insurance, OK, get some money back, probably won't get it all back, so we'll just have to move on from there.
Charlotte bought the car for £850. Now, the damage is estimated at about £900, so you know what the insurance company is going to say. It's a write-off. The company carrying out the work, CGM, were unavailable to talk to us today. But South Cambridgeshire Council, who contracted them, say they will be claiming the cost of a replacement lamppost from them. Charlotte, meanwhile, has a replacement car to get to college. And you can bet she won't be parking under any more lampposts. Kate Prout, Anglia News, Sawston in Cambridgeshire.
Oh dear,
Poor
oh dear.
girl.
You've got a lot of sympathy for Charlotte, haven't
I
you?
have, yeah. 2 days after passing my driving test, I drove into a friend's garage, ruining their antique furniture.
Well,
so sorry.
I crashed soon after passing my driving test into a dust cart. It was a radio car at the radio station I was working for. I didn't work there for long, I have to say.
Not all our faults. Now, our news hour continues with the national team taking over in a few minutes, and here's what's coming up. Now, it's been hard not to notice how dismal the weather's been this month.
It's been absolutely dreadful. Cold, wet and windy. It certainly hasn't felt like summer, has it? But it's been a bit better today, and Rachel assures us it's going to be a much better week.
It's a very bold statement, isn't it? Yes. Well, now it's the end of August, things finally do seem to be picking up. But the month so far has been wet and, of course, very windy indeed.
It has, but summer started so nicely, didn't it?
I know. We had such high hopes. Well, as you can see in these charts here, June was warm and dry and actually sunnier than average. And July, again, was warm and dry, but we didn't see much sunshine. And it was actually the dullest July in the region for 5 years. And then this August, well, it's actually one of the coldest, wettest and dullest ever in the Anglia region. In fact, it's been the coldest August since 1993. And we've seen over twice the amount of rainfall that we would be normally expecting to see at this time of year. So really, just to give you a reminder of some of the weather that we've been seeing this month, well, in Great Livermore in Suffolk, a tornado ripped through a small village. Walls were knocked down, the roof of a barn was ripped off, but the worst of the damage was actually to a local blacksmith's forge. You can see that here. And of course, all of this heavy rainfall, well, it created some very difficult driving conditions. In fact, the sheer volume of water lifted a section of road on Brackendale in Norwich. So all in all, not much in the way of warm and sunny weather. So we asked some people out enjoying the sunshine today in a park in Northampton what they thought about this summer weather.
It's not been very good. This is the first time we've been to the park actually, in the last month or so.
Horrible, miserable and rainy. And, well, it's nice today, but that's about it. It's been horrible.
Duvet's back on the bed at night. It's gone a bit cold. And the two little ones, I've got two little daughters, keep asking to have the gas fire on. Not ready to put the central heating on yet, but yeah, pretty cold.
We have had the heating on actually the last few mornings because it's been really cold.
So it has been very cold, certainly not T-shirt weather, but it's not all bad news. Thankfully, things finally look to be getting warmer and brighter, and those winds do seem to be easing off as well. Let's take a look at the details.
I finally got to wear my prescription sunglasses today. I wonder how much longer I'll be able to.
Oh, it's a shame, isn't it? Never mind. We might have an Indian summer.
You never know.
Fingers crossed. Just time now for another quick reminder of our appeal for you to tell us about the lovely places where you live.
Yes, ITV's Countrywise team are looking for the 12 most beautiful places in Britain, as suggested by you, our viewers.
They are particularly interested in any hidden treasures, so tell us your secrets, please.
Yes, you can email your suggestions or your photos to the usual address, Jonathan and Becky at itv.com. You can go to our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/ITV Anglia, or get tweeting at ITV Anglia is how you find us.
Yeah, thank you for your suggestions so far. Keep them coming in.
I like Dunstable Downs, but not much of a secret, really, is it?
Not really, no.
No.
It's a good one, though. Finally, before we go, a warning to arachnophobes. Yeah, I'm trying not to look hideous. A man in Clacton in Essex has been treated for burns after his attempt to get rid of a spider in his bathroom went badly wrong.
I should say, Chris Welding had been asked by his wife to get rid of the spider, I know that feeling, which was lurking behind their toilet. Now, apparently, can you believe, he couldn't reach it, so instead he tried to deal with it by lighting the spray from a can of deodorant.
Yeah, and as you probably guessed, Chris was the one who ended up getting scorched. 2 fire crews and an ambulance had to turn up to deal with the chaos. Fortunately, Chris, who's 28, he wasn't too badly hurt. As for the spider, what do you think the ending was?
Well,
disappeared. There was no trace of it.
No surprise. Don't try that at home.
No, don't. Thanks ever so much for joining us this evening.
See you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.